Good morning, children. Welcome back to my channel Just Social. Today we will explore about the beginnings of farming and herding with the help of animation. I hope you will enjoy it.
Ouch! JC, are you okay? Yeah, Mom. No worries. I'm a strong boy, Mom. You seem to love your plants as much as you love your kids. Yeah, Mom. Why is that so?
Children, they too are living creatures. Plants were taken care of since ancient times.
Since ancient times?
Yes,
Ancient times? Ah, some 100 years ago?
no, since the Stone Age. Stone Age man protected plants from animals and birds, and thus people came to be known as farmers.
Oh, so Mom, are you also a farmer? You too take care of plants? Mom, tell us, so are you also a farmer?
I need to get dinner prepared. I shall answer all your queries at the dinner table.
Mom, please.
JC, please be a good boy. I promise I shall answer all your questions later.
Okay, Mom, we won't trouble you. I'm going to find all answers by myself with the encyclopedia. And you, my friend. Hey, Kavester, I see you with the cattle here. So are you also a farmer?
No, kid. I belong to the herders group. Since I took care of the cattle, I became a herder.
Okay, I get it now. People who took care of plants were farmers, and those who took care of animals were herders.
Bang on, kid. Farmers protected plants so seeds could ripen and they could grow food. Herders are those who tamed animals by leaving food for them near their shelters. This process is called domestication.
So only cattle were domesticated?
No, the first animal to be tamed was the wild ancestor of the dog.
Was it a pug? The Vodafone dog?
Nope, dude. It was called Dingo Morgel. It looked more like a wolf.
So you had cattle and dogs as your pets?
Yeah. Herders tamed animals that were less harmful in nature, like sheep, goats, pigs, cattle, and dogs, to protect the cattle from wild animals. Basically all those animals which gave us milk and meat.
Aha, I get it. So tell me, Kavester, what kind of plants did you grow?
Well, we grew plants that would give us food like wheat, lentils, and rice.
Oh, okay. Kavester, we have plants in our garden. But how did you tame plants? Did you also have a home like us?
Yeah, kid. Without a fixed home, how could we grow food? Like your mom takes care of the plants in your garden. We had to settle down in one place to water and weed plants. And you know what, JC? We started this process of domestication some 12,000 years ago.
And where is this house in India?
Archaeologists have found traces of bones near my house, which is in the present-day Kashmir. Many of my fellow mates settled in East India and quite a few in South India.
How did archaeologists find out that man lived in all these places?
Well, archaeologists found remains of burnt grain like wheat, barley, rice, and lentils, and bone remains of animals like sheep, goat, and cattle.
Oh, I must say archaeologists are smart people. I think I should have become one too.
JC, son, I need you to help me set the dinner table.
Hey, Kavester, gotta go. Mom's calling. Anyway, thanks a bunch, friend.
My pleasure.
during the animation, we have seen that more or less 12,000 years ago, when the world climate has started changing, that time the human being also have changed their food habits. Men, women, and children probably observed several things, that where these edible plants were found, how seeds broke off stalks, fell on the ground, and new plants sprouted from them. They began looking after plants, protecting them from birds and animals so that they could grow and the seeds could ripen. In this way, people became farmers. Very next, when men, women, and children could also attract and started taming animals by leaving food for them near their shelters. The first animal to be tamed was the wild ancestor of the dog. Later on, people encouraged about the relatively gentle animal which is coming near to the camps, and those are like sheep, goat, cattle, and also pigs, which are living in the herds, and most of them ate grass because 12,000 years ago, due to the climatic change, more grasslands were found. So, people protected these gentle animals from the attacks by other wild animals, and this is the way they became herders. From this part, we are getting two questions. The first one is, how did human being turn as farmer, and how did human being turn as herders? These two question answers, right now I have given the textual reference, and I also have marked that answer. You also marked the same in your book. Now I am going to the next part. The next term, or rather the keyword we are discussing, that is domestication. What is domestication? Domestication is a name given to the process in which people grow plants and look after animals. At the time of domestication, they are actually selecting plants and animals. They are avoiding wild plants as well as animals, because people select plants and animals for domestication for their benefit. They are always keeping in their mind some points at the time of this selection. What are those? Those were that they select those plants which will be having large size grain, strong stalks, and capable of bearing the weight of the ripe grain. Seeds from the selected plants are preserved and shown to ensure that new plants will have the same quality. At the time of animal, they are also very careful. The gentle animals are selected for breeding. As a result, gradually domesticated animals and plants became different from wild animals and plants. Domestication was a gradual process that took place in many parts of the world. It began about 12,000 years ago, and virtually all the plant animal produce that we use as food today, those were the part of domestication. Some of the earliest plants to be domesticated were wheat and barley, and the earliest domesticated animals include sheep and goat. Now I am going to the next textual reference of a new way of life. When the people are planting a seed, they need to wait for some time, because different plants are taking different times to be ripened, and during that time they have to wait. They need to take care of the plants. When people began growing plants, they had to stay in the same place for a long time, looking after the plants, watering, weeding, driving away animals and birds till the grain ripened, and then the grain had to be used carefully. Grain had to be stored for both food and seed. They have to think that which way they can store it, and that's why they began making large clay pots or oak baskets or dark pits into the ground. You can see that the ways in which grain was used, mainly as seed, as food, as gifts, stored for food. So here we are getting another question. What are the ways in which grain was used? I already marked. You can also do the same. When people have started that making large clay pots, and why? Because to store foods or the seeds. Now they have started not only the seeds but also animals. How? Animals multiply naturally. Besides, if they are looked after carefully, they provide milk, which is an important source of food, and meat whenever required. Animals that are reared can be used as store of food. So here another question. How did human being store animals? Or what is the meaning of storing animals? We will discuss about the first farmers and herders that already we came to know through Jesse, that there are different sites from where the archaeologists have found evidence of early farmers and herders. It can be found all over the Indian subcontinent. The most important one are in the northwest in present-day Kashmir and east and south India. These sites were the settlement of farmers and herders. Scientists study evidences of plants and animal bones. One of the most exciting finds includes remains of burned grain. It might be accidentally burned or purposefully. They can identify these grains, and we know that the number of crops were grown in different parts of the Indian subcontinent. Beside that, scientists and archaeologists, they also identify the bones of different animals. So from there, they came to the conclusion that the use of food from plant seeds as well as animal, that was very common during that time. Now I am showing you one box. From here you come to know some important sites which are having the evidences of grain and bones. Mehergarh, it is present in present-day Pakistan, where wheat, barley, sheep, goat, cattle can be found. That remains. Then Koldiha, present-day Uttar Pradesh. Here, rice, fragmentary animal's bone, that also being found. Mehergarh, present-day Uttar Pradesh, or Mahagara, rice, cattle, hoof marks on clay surface, that also found. Wheat and lentil, that being observed or found from Gufkal, present-day Kashmir. Burza home, very very important, it is also in present-day Kashmir. Wheat and lentil, dog, cattle, sheep, goat, buffalo. Then Chiran, present-day Bihar. Wheat, green, gram, barley, buffalo, ox, all these remains found. Hallur, present-day Andhra Pradesh, another important site. And then Payampalli, that is present-day Andhra Pradesh. From there, black gram, millet, cattle, sheep, pig, their body remains found by archaeologists. So, there are a lot of evidences which has been explored by and discovered by archaeologists, and then after that with a lot of research work, the historians constructed the history of that time. Children, for your convenience, I am going to show you one map which is very important. That map was given in chapter 2, that is map 2. This map already we have discussed for the map work of your previous chapter, but once again I am showing you for your better understanding. The places which I referred, like Burja Home, then Chirand, then Koldiha, Mahagara, then Payampalli, and then we discussed about Mihirgarh, from where a different kind of evidences of grain, bones, those have found by the archaeologist. So at the time of doing map pointing, you need to remember according to the present day political state division wise location. This is the easiest way to remember the place as well as the location of the place. When you are doing the map pointing work, this particular process or the method is going to help you out a lot. What you will do? You will first practice these places, the location of these places on the political map of India, and after that you will practice it on the blank map of India, that is the physical map of India, only the outline map. So if you are going to practice this thing, you need to follow few methods. That methods are, first 2 times you will practice this thing taking help of the reference of your given map. You can see where the place is situated, and according to that you will do the location. Then the 3rd time you will try to do it without the help of any reference. I am telling about the 3 times. Why? Because that will reduce your errors. I hope you are going to practice it, and I can assure you that will help you to increase your map skill work very, very efficiently. Now, I am going to the next part, that is towards a settled life. When we discussed about that the farmers and harderers, they already have shifted their livelihood as well as lifestyle with the change of the time, so that another very important features which has developed during this time, that the archaeologists found traces of huts or the houses from some of the sites. In Burja Home, people built pit houses, which is into the ground with steps leading into them. What it will, how this pit house is going to be very useful for them, because that provided shelter in cold weather. As you know, the Burja home is situated in Kashmir, a very cold place. Archaeologists also have found cooking hearths both inside and outside the huts, which suggests that depending on the weather, people could cook food either indoor or outdoors. When this house or the hearth, these concepts are coming, that means the people have started living in a settled life. They are settling down. They are not at all this time a caveman. These particular change driven towards the another development of this time, that is the use of microliths. What is microliths? They're tiny tools, very sharp. It is more effective than the tools they were using during the time of early Paleolithic ages. These Paleolithic tools they are called Neolithic. Why? They are different from the earlier tools. Those are finely polished with fine cutting edge, and some mortars and pestles used for grinding grain and other plant produce. Mortars and pestles are used for grinding grain even today also. We can see at home. Several thousand years later, at the same time, tools of Paleolithic types continued made and used. Some tools were also made of bone. You can see the picture. There are different kind of tools. These kind of tools were there in use, as well as the use of Neolithic, that age based tools, which are also called Neolithic tools. People have started using earthen pot to store the grain. I already have discussed that. Sometimes these were decorated. People using pots for cooking food, especially grains like rice, wheat, and lentils. It is an important part of their diet. They began weaving cloth using different kinds of materials, for example, cotton. That time it has started growing. These are the changes, but these changes were seen everywhere all at once. No. Many areas, men and women still continuing the work of hunting and gathering food. Some of the people adopted farming and herding slowly, and it has taken several thousand years to change and as well as to settle down in a settled life. Besides this, some cases people tried to combine these activities, doing different things during different seasons. You can see the picture of that pot. This type of pots were being used on that time, mainly earthen pot. Later on, different kind of improvisation have been observed, because the change is the most important and the certain thing which always occurring with us time to time. Now I am going to the next part. There are different kind of customs and practices. That is also very important questions which are being asked, or which are the very important queries for the archaeologist. Archaeologist does not tell us directly about the customs and the practices. They studied the lives of present day farmers who practice simple agriculture. They also studied the lives of herders. This farmer and herders lived in groups called tribes. The way we are talking about tribes nowadays, the concept of tribes were there little bit different. Scholars find that they follow certain customs and practice, and that may have existed earlier as well. Some commonness were there. Regarding this type, one box has given. I suggest you to read this box carefully from your textbook so that you can get the clear idea about the lifestyle, their customs, their rituals about these tribes. Next part, we are going to explore about one case study, that is Mehergarh. Mehergarh is an example of one of the earliest villages of Indian subcontinent. This is located near to the Bolan Pass and one of the most important routes into the Iran. Here people have learned to grow barley and wheat and started rearing sheep and goats for the first time in this area. Another important information about this particular site is the evidences of many kinds of animals' bones. It have found from earliest level. Bones of wild animals such as deer, pig, that also found. In the later levels, they found more bones and of sheep and goat, and still later levels, cattle bones are most common, which is suggesting that this was the animal that was generally kept by the people. When I have used about the labels, the labels are actually a very interesting part of archaeological study. Suppose people first start living on a flat land, over the years the surface will gradually rise because people discard waste material and generally stay and rebuild houses in the same place. After hundreds of years, this leads to the formation of a mound. So when this mound is dug up, what is found from the upper layers of the mound? It is generally from a later time than what is found from the lower layers of the mound, which are in order. You can see the picture. These upper and lower layers are often referred as levels. So these levels, on the basis of that levels, the levels archaeologists are getting first. That is the, you can say, the very latest settlement of that place. Then the layer they are getting the second level, that will be the after, beforehand, the earlier than the first level, and the last one, the top, you can say the last level, it is to the last layer that can be the part of the earlier stage of this settlement. Here another term or the keyword I have used, that is village. Village defines one of the distinctive features of a village is that most people who live there are engaged in food production. About the definition I am talking about village, those are all applicable for the historical sites. The present day villages are also having the same feature, but in an improvised way. We are almost end to our conclusion part of our chapter. The most important findings from Mehergarh include the remains of square and rectangular houses. Each houses had 4 or more compartments, some of which may have been used for storage. That also represented the settled life of human being. Another exploration that when the people die, their relatives and friends generally pay respect to them, perhaps in the belief of that there is some form of life after death. They are keeping a lot of things inside the dead body. These are called burials. Burial is one such arrangement which can be found from this time. In other instance, the dead person was buried with goats, which were probably meant to serve as food in the next world. You can see the picture. That picture is also giving same information to us. You can go to the right picture. The picture is given in the right side. A house of Mehergarh. This is what a house in Mehergarh may have looked like. And another picture, a burial from Mehergarh. There you can see a lot of things given. Their remains have been excavated by the archaeologist. Another case study we will discuss about this thing, that is Daujali Harding. Daujali Harding, this is a site on the hills near to the Brahmaputra Valley, close to routes leading into the China and Myanmar. Stone tools, including mortars and pestles, have been found. The people of this place were probably growing grain and preparing food from it. Another findings from this place is jadeite. Jadeite is a stone that it may have been brought from China, and also common are finds of tools made of fossil wood. Fossil wood means ancient wood that has hardened into stone and pottery. So this is another case study of different kind of settlements by the earliest people and how they are leading their life. That examples also, that ideas also we are getting through this findings. Now I am discussing about the keywords which we have discussed throughout the chapter, that is domestication, then farmers, herders, Neolithic, pots, tribes, village, houses and burials. All these are the most important development as well as findings of the archaeologist to reconstruct the history of that time. In elsewhere, there also another Neolithic site from Turkey it has referred, that is Chattel Hawk. Several things brought from great distance like Syria, quarries from the Red Sea, sails from the Mediterranean Sea, which are also used in the settlement. Remember, there were no carts. Most things would have been carried on the back of pack animals, such as cattle or by people. So, through this entire chapter, the domestication, settled life, different kind of food grains which are being used and produced by human being, we discussed in brief. The textual reference, I hope it will help you to relate the chapter content with some root learning process which can help you to explore this chapter or the points more precisely. At the end of the chapter, I am going to give you some questions. That questions you have to find out the answer with the help of your book itself, because you are the best learner as well as you are the best teacher towards yourself. Until then, stay tuned with my channel Just Social. I will be returning back within a very short span of time with my new video based on the great Indus Valley civilization. Goodbye and stay happy.